As Gautama Buddha once said, "Have you ever wondered if it's possible to stay happy no matter what life throws at you? Can we learn to let go of the things that weigh us down and truly enjoy every moment? How can ancient wisdom help us find joy and peace in our busy modern lives?" Join us on a journey as we explore these big questions, finding answers and inspiration in the teachings of Buddhism, made simple and relevant for today. This video isn't just about sharing knowledge, it's about putting that knowledge into action in our lives. We're going to look at 10 key areas where Buddhist insights can help us navigate life's ups and downs with a calm heart and a clear mind. From embracing the now and shedding our burdens to discovering our inner strength in tough times and finding happiness in the simple things, we'll dive deep into each area, showing you how these ancient teachings are not just old stories, but living wisdom that can guide us today. We promise that if you stick with us to the end of this video, you'll come away with new ways to look at life, ways that can help you be more at peace, more joyful, and more resilient, no matter what's happening around you. And if you find value in what we share, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our Insightful Journey YouTube channel. Your support means we can keep bringing you insights and teachings that can truly make a difference in your life. So let's get started, open to discovering how the timeless wisdom of Buddhism can help us lead happier, more fulfilled lives in our fast-paced world. Number 1. Living in the present. Living in the present moment is a simple yet powerful idea that can transform our lives. It's about fully enjoying what's happening right now, not worrying about what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. Think about it like this. When you're enjoying a really good ice cream, you're not thinking about anything else. You're just enjoying the taste, the moment. That's what living in the present is all about. The Buddha taught us that a lot of our unhappiness comes from thinking too much about the past or the future. But when we focus on the present, we can find a lot of joy and peace. It's not about forgetting the past or ignoring the future. It's more about balancing our thoughts so we can appreciate what's in front of us. How can we start doing this? A good first step is to pay attention to our breathing. It sounds simple, but it's a powerful way to bring our minds back to now. Every time you notice your thoughts drifting to something else, just gently bring your focus back to your breath. It's like a little anchor keeping you in the present. Meditation is another great tool. It teaches us to watch our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. It's not about emptying our minds, but learning to observe without judgment. This helps us not to get overwhelmed by what we're thinking or feeling. Simplifying our lives can also make a big difference. In today's world, we often think more is better, but finding joy in simple things can help us stay present. This could mean cleaning out clutter or just slowing down our busy schedules. When we're not distracted by so many things, it's easier to appreciate the moment. Being thankful is a big part of living in the present, too. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we naturally pay more attention to the present moment. It could be something big like family and friends, or something small like a sunny day. Gratitude brings us into the now and makes us happier. Understanding that everything changes, or impermanence, is also key. It might seem a bit sad, but it actually helps us cherish the moment. Knowing that nothing lasts forever teaches us to appreciate what we have right now. By practicing these things, we can change how we experience life. Simple moments like eating, walking, or even sitting quietly can become more enjoyable. We start to find joy in the little things and feel less stressed and anxious. This way of living doesn't mean we won't face tough times, but when we're focused on the present, we can handle problems better. We become more resilient and can deal with life's ups and downs more calmly. Living in the present means really being in each moment. It's a journey that teaches us to see the beauty in everyday life, find peace amid busyness, and discover deep joy in being alive. Every moment is a chance to practice being here fully and wonderfully. So as we move forward, let's remember that each new moment is an opportunity to enjoy being present. It's a gentle process of coming back to now over and over, and in doing so, we find the true happiness and peace that come from just being here, right now, in this moment. Number 2, letting go of burdens. Imagine you're climbing a hill, your backpack stuffed with stones. Each stone is a worry or a regret that slows you down. Now picture how freeing it would feel to take off that backpack and leave it behind. This is what happens when we let go. We release those heavy feelings that drag us down, making our journey through life a bit easier. Buddha once said, "Holding on to anger or sadness is like grabbing a hot coal to throw at someone else. In the end, we're the ones who get burned." Letting go isn't giving up. It's realizing that carrying these heavy feelings doesn't help us and deciding to put them down for our own good. Starting to let go can begin with forgiveness. Forgiving doesn't mean saying everything's okay. It means we decide to stop letting these past hurts control how we feel today. It's like giving ourselves a gift, freeing us from being angry or sad about what happened before. Accepting that we can't change what's already happened is another way to let go. We often spend a lot of time thinking about what we should have done differently. Accepting the past lets us say, yes, that happened, but I won't let it hold me back anymore. Using mindfulness and meditation helps too. These practices teach us to watch our thoughts and feelings without getting stuck on them. They flow through our minds like leaves on a river, not staying long enough to weigh us down. This helps us see that these burdens aren't really part of who we are. Cleaning up our spaces can also reflect letting go inside our minds. A messy room can be like a messy mind. When we clear out the clutter around us, we're also clearing out mental clutter, making space for peace and calm. Saying no is a way of letting go as well. Sometimes we take on too much, trying to make everyone else happy. When we set limits, we take care of ourselves first, dropping the burden of trying to do it all. Being grateful can help us let go of old pains. When we focus on the good things we have, we don't dwell as much on what we've lost or what we wish was different. This makes us feel lighter and more free. Understanding that we can't control everything is part of letting go, too. Trying to manage every little thing in our lives and in others' lives is tiring and impossible. When we accept that some things just happen, we can feel more at peace with the world. Talking about our troubles and listening to others can lighten our loads. Sometimes just saying out loud what's bothering us makes it feel smaller, and hearing how others deal with their problems can give us new ideas for letting go of our own. Being kind to ourselves is really important in letting go. We're often too hard on ourselves, thinking we should be perfect. When we treat ourselves with kindness and understand we're doing our best, it's easier to let go of the pressure and criticism we put on ourselves. Letting go is a journey that brings us back to a lighter, happier version of ourselves. It's about dropping the heavy stuff that keeps us from enjoying life fully. With each thing we let go, we get closer to feeling truly free. In this freedom, we find joy, peace, and the ability to live fully in the moment, enjoying life as it comes. And if this is making sense to you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Insightful Journey channel. Number 3, self-reliance and personal responsibility. Being self-reliant and taking personal responsibility are big ideas that can really change how we live. Think of it like being the captain of your own ship. You're in charge of where you go and how you get there. It's about trusting yourself to make good choices and to handle whatever comes your way. Imagine you're building something like a big Lego set or a model. Each piece you add is a choice you've made, and the finished model is the result of all those choices. Being self-reliant means you're the one building your life piece by piece. You decide what it looks like by the actions you take every day. Believing in yourself is the first step. It means knowing you can figure things out, learn from when things don't go right, and keep moving forward. It's like when you're playing a video game and you keep trying different ways to beat a level. You trust that you'll figure it out eventually. Taking personal responsibility is about saying, "I'm in charge of my life," instead of saying, "It's not my fault," when things go wrong. You ask, "What can I do better next time?" It's like when you're on a team, and instead of blaming others when you lose a game, you think about how you can improve your own skills. Setting goals is like having a map for your journey. They show you where you want to go and help you stay on track. When you reach a goal, it's like reaching a checkpoint in a game, showing you how far you've come and where to head next. Learning new things is also a big part of being self-reliant. It's like adding tools to your toolbox. The more tools you have, the more things you can fix or build by yourself. Whether it's fixing a bike or learning to cook, every new skill makes you more capable. Taking care of yourself, both your body and your mind, is really important. Eating healthy, staying active, and making sure you're feeling okay inside are all ways to look after yourself. It's like maintaining your car so it can take you where you need to go without breaking down. Being mindful and reflecting on your life helps you understand yourself better. It's like taking a time out to think about your next move in a game. This helps you make better choices because you're more aware of what you're doing and why. Managing your money wisely is part of being self-reliant too. It means making smart choices with your money so you can take care of yourself and not rely on others to do it for you. It's like saving up in a game to buy something really cool that will help you in the long run. Being resilient, or bouncing back when things get tough, is a big part of self-reliance. It's knowing that when things don't go as planned, you can learn from it and try again. It's not giving up after a fall, but getting back up and going again. But being self-reliant doesn't mean you never ask for help. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is ask someone else for their advice, help. It's like when you're stuck on a level in a game and you ask a friend how they beat it. Lastly, being thankful for what you have helps you stay positive and focused on what matters. It's like being happy to play with the toys you have instead of being upset about the ones you don't have. By being the captain of your ship and building your life piece by piece, you get to make it something great. Believing in yourself, taking charge, setting goals, and being thankful are all parts of this big adventure. And remember, it's okay to ask for help along the way. This is what being self-reliant and responsible is all about. steering your own ship through the big adventure of life. Number 4, the illusion of external validation. Chasing after what others think of us is like being on a hamster wheel. It keeps us moving, but we don't really get anywhere. We might try really hard to get people to like us or think we're great, but at the end of the day, it doesn't fill up our happiness tank. True happiness comes from liking ourselves, not from getting likes from others. Think of it this way. If you spend your whole life trying to win a trophy from everyone you meet, you'll end up exhausted and might not even like the trophy. What really makes us feel good is when we give ourselves our own trophy for being kind, for trying hard, and for being true to who we are. Realizing that we don't need a thumbs up from everyone else to feel good about ourselves can be a game changer. It's like finding hidden treasure in your backyard after years of looking everywhere else. You've had what you needed all along. You just needed to dig a little in your own space to find it. Taking a good look at what makes us tick, what makes us happy, and why we sometimes crave other people's gold stars is a big help. It's like being a detective in your own life, figuring out clues that tell you more about what really matters to you, not just what gets you applause from the crowd. Learning to be our own best friend is super important. This means being nice to ourselves, cheering ourselves on, and giving ourselves a break when things don't go perfectly. When we can pat ourselves on the back, it matters less if others do it. It's like making your favorite snack just the way you like it. You don't need anyone else to make it for you to enjoy it. Celebrating our own wins, big or small, helps us see our own value. It's recognizing that we did something cool or worked hard, even if nobody else noticed. Think of it as giving yourself a high five. You know what you achieved, and that's what counts. Having friends and family who like us just as we are, without us having to do a song and dance, is really grounding. These are the people who are our cheerleaders, rain or shine. They're like a comfy pair of shoes that feel good no matter where you go. Being true to ourselves, our real selves, is one of the best ways to feel solid in who we are. This means not changing just to fit in or to be liked. It's like choosing your favorite ice cream flavor, not the one you think everyone else will approve of. Getting comfortable with the fact that not everyone will like us or get us is part of the journey. It's okay. Just like every book isn't for every reader, we're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. Putting our energy into growing as people, learning new things, and being kind to ourselves and others can be way more fulfilling than chasing approval. It's like planting a garden. The joy comes from watching it grow, not from how many people walk by and admire it. Remember, our worth isn't based on how many likes, shares, or gold stars we get from others. Our worth is like the sun. It's always shining, even when clouds block it. Knowing this can free us from the hamster wheel, letting us enjoy our own journey at our own pace in our own unique way. Breaking free from needing others to tell us we're okay is really about discovering that we're more than okay, just as we are. It's about being our own cheerleader, recognizing our own worth, and finding happiness in our own backyard. This path lets us live more authentically, chasing our true joys, not just applause. And if this is making sense to you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Insightful Journey channel. Number 5, the power of perspective. The way we see things can change everything. It's like having a special pair of glasses that can make the same view look different, depending on which ones we choose to put on. This is what we call the power of perspective. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, but about finding a way to see things in a better light, even when they're tough. Think about looking at a big, tall mountain from far away. It might seem too high to climb, but as you get closer, you start to see paths that weren't visible before. Suddenly, what seemed impossible feels doable. This change in how you see the mountain is a big deal, because it can decide whether you'll try to climb it. That's how important perspective is. First off, we can choose how we look at things. It's like deciding which movie to watch. Some movies make us laugh, others make us cry, and some inspire us. In the same way, we can decide to look at our life in a way that makes us feel hopeful and strong. Being thankful can really help change our view. It's like using a spotlight to show all the good stuff around us. Even when we have problems, seeing the good parts makes the bad parts seem smaller and easier to handle. Seeing problems as just bumps in the road, not stop signs, is another way to use perspective. Every story has its ups and downs, and it's the challenges that make the ending sweet. If we see our tough times as part of our story, we can keep going with more courage. Listening to people who see things differently can open our minds. It's like adding more colors to our box of crayons. The more colors we have, the more interesting our drawings become. Talking to others and understanding their views can give us new ways to see our own life. Perspective can also help us balance our lives. Sometimes we get too focused on one thing, like work or a problem. Taking a step back helps us see there's more to life. This bigger picture view can make us feel calmer and happier, even when not everything is perfect. Staying positive doesn't mean ignoring the bad stuff. It's more about keeping our hopes up, like planting a garden and looking forward to the flowers blooming. We know it'll take time and care, but we focus on the beautiful garden we'll have. Remembering that things always change can also make a tough situation feel easier. Just like the seasons change, hard times don't last forever. This thought can help us stay strong when we're going through a rough patch. Being in the moment helps us appreciate the little things. It's like stopping to enjoy a beautiful sunset instead of just walking by. These small moments of joy can make a big difference in how we feel about our life. Sharing our stories and hearing others can make our own problems feel smaller. It's comforting to know others have been through tough times too, and have made it through. It reminds us that we're not alone, and that we can get through hard things too. Lastly, believing in ourselves changes how we see challenges. If we see ourselves as the hero in our story, ready to face whatever comes, we feel stronger and more capable. This belief in ourselves is a powerful tool for dealing with life's ups and downs. Perspective is like a magic key that can unlock a happier, more hopeful way of living. It's about choosing to see the good, staying hopeful, learning from others, and believing in ourselves. This way we can enjoy the journey of life with all its adventures, knowing that how we see things can make all the difference. Number 6, resilience and the impermanence of circumstances. Being able to bounce back from tough times is like being a superhero in your own life story. It's called resilience, and knowing that tough times don't last forever is like understanding that even the longest movie has an ending. This idea helps us get through hard days because we know they won't last forever. Life is full of ups and downs, and both the good and the bad times change, just like the weather changes from rainy to sunny. Our lives change too. Think of life as a big wheel that keeps turning. Sometimes we're up, and sometimes we're down. But no matter what, the wheel doesn't stop. It keeps moving, which means our bad times will change into good ones eventually. This doesn't mean we ignore our problems, but we know they're not going to be there forever. First, we need to understand that change is normal. Just like seasons change from winter to spring, our lives change too. Knowing this helps us get ready for both the good and the bad. Every time we face a challenge, it's a chance to learn something new. It's like finding a key in a video game that helps you get to the next level. Every problem has something to teach us, making us smarter and stronger for the next challenge. Talking to friends or family who have gone through their own tough times can help a lot. It's like being part of a team. Sharing stories and advice makes us all stronger, like a group of friends facing a big adventure together. Being thankful for the good things we have, even when things are hard, is like finding spots of sunlight on a cloudy day. It helps us see the good stuff around us, making the bad stuff feel a bit less overwhelming. Taking care of ourselves is super important. It's like putting on your armor before heading into battle. Eating well, getting enough sleep, and taking time to relax are all ways to keep our armor strong. Making small goals for ourselves can help us move forward. It's like using stepping stones to cross a river. Each small step helps us get to where we want to be, bit by bit. Remembering times when we've gotten through tough stuff before can give us a big boost. It's like being reminded that we've already beaten tough levels in a game, which means we can do it again. Being flexible and able to change our plans when we need to is a big part of being resilient. It's like being a river that finds a new path when there's a rock in the way. If one path is blocked, we find another way around. Enjoying the moment even when things are tough is like noticing the cool stuff on a long hike. It might be hard, but there are still beautiful things to see along the way. Understanding that tough times and good times come and go teaches us that we're stronger than we think. We learn that after every dark night, there's a bright day coming. Just like after every winter, there's always a spring waiting to bloom. This helps us keep going, knowing that good times are just around the corner. Life like a story with many chapters. Some are happy and some are sad. But every chapter teaches us something and makes the story richer. By knowing that change is part of the story and by learning from everything that happens, we keep growing and moving forward. This is how we become the heroes of our own stories, ready for whatever adventure comes next. And if this is making sense to you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Insightful Journey channel. Number 7. Finding strength in adversity. Finding strength when things get tough is like discovering a hidden superhero inside of us. Life can sometimes feel like a really hard video game level, but hidden in those challenges are special power-ups that help us grow stronger and smarter. Think of every tough time as a big dark forest we need to walk through. It might be scary and difficult, but on the other side of that forest, there's a beautiful sunrise waiting for us. This journey through the forest teaches us a lot about ourselves and shows us that we're capable of more than we ever thought. First off, knowing that everyone goes through hard times can make us feel less alone. It's like realizing that all heroes in stories face challenges. This is a part of every person's story, not just ours. Knowing we're not alone can make the dark forest seem a bit less daunting. Every challenge has a lesson hidden inside, just like puzzles in a game. Solving them not only gets us through the level, but also makes us better players. Looking for what we can learn from tough times helps us grow and prepares us for future challenges. Talking to people who've been through their own forests can shine a light on our path. It's like hearing from adventurers who've been there before. They can share tips and stories that help us find our way and give us hope. Being thankful even when we're in the middle of the forest helps us find strength. It's like noticing the stars above us in the dark night. The challenge doesn't go away, but seeing the good things we still have given us energy to keep moving. Taking care of ourselves is super important. It's like packing the right gear for our journey. Eating well, resting enough, and taking breaks are all ways to make sure we have the energy to face what's ahead. Setting small goals can help us get through. It's like putting markers along our path in the forest. Each one we reach makes us feel proud and reminds us that we're making progress step by step. Remembering times when we've gotten through other tough spots can boost our confidence. It's like looking at a map that shows all the forests we've already crossed. This helps us say, "I've done this before. I can do it again." Being ready to change our plan if we need to is important. Sometimes the path we're on might not work out, and we have to find a new way. It's like knowing when to take a detour if there's a fallen tree in our way. Understanding that there's more than one way to get to where we're going. Finding moments of happiness even when things are hard adds light to our journey. It's like enjoying the cool breeze on a hot day in the forest. The situation might be tough, but there are still little moments of joy to be found. Believing in ourselves, knowing that we can get through the forest, is really important. It's like trusting that there's an end to the forest even if we can't see it yet. Our belief in ourselves is what keeps us moving forward. Getting through tough times is all about seeing them as part of a bigger adventure. It's about learning from the journey, gathering our strength, and knowing that with each step, we're getting closer to the sunrise. Each challenge is a chance to prove to ourselves that we're brave, strong, and capable of facing anything. Just like the night leads to the day, getting through the forest shows us that there's always a new beginning waiting for us. Number 8, joy in simplicity and contentment. Finding joy in the simple things and being content with what we have is like enjoying a warm, sunny day. It's about seeing how beautiful and fulfilling life can be, even without lots of fancy stuff. This way of thinking helps us appreciate our lives more, because we focus on the good things we already have, not on what we're missing. Imagine your life is like a backpack. If you pack it with too many things, it gets heavy and hard to carry. But if you only put in your favorite things, it's lighter, and you can walk more easily. That's what enjoying simplicity is all about, keeping what we love and need, and letting go of the rest. First, we learn that happiness doesn't come from having a lot of things. It's like realizing that carrying a big heavy bag on a trip makes it harder to enjoy the journey. When we carry less, we can see more around us and have more fun. Being happy with what we have is like finding a hidden gem in our own backyard. We often look far away for treasures, but if we really look close to home, we see we already have so many wonderful things. Taking our time to enjoy what's happening right now can make life feel richer. It's like slowing down to watch the leaves fall or listening to the rain. These simple moments can make us really happy. Saying thank you for the good stuff in our lives helps us see how much we have. It's like making a list of all the fun and good things in a day. This makes us feel more content and less like we need more stuff. Choosing fewer better things instead of lots of stuff means our lives are less cluttered and more clear. It's like having a few clothes we really like instead of a closet full of things we never wear. This makes us happier and our choices easier. Enjoying time with friends and doing things we love is more valuable than anything we can buy. It's like remembering that the best part of a day isn't getting something new, but laughing and making memories with friends. Not always wanting more helps us be happy with what we have. It's like knowing our garden can only grow so much, and if we plant too much, nothing will grow well. Being okay with what we have helps us feel more peaceful. Thinking about what really makes us happy shows us what's important. This is like looking at a map and picking the best path. It helps us know what we really want in our lives. Being okay with where we are right now, not just where we're going, makes the journey of life more enjoyable. It's like enjoying a walk, not just waiting to get to where we're going. Sharing how we find happiness in simple things can inspire others. It's like showing someone how beautiful a simple flower or a quiet moment can be. Living simply and being content is like realizing that the best parts of life aren't things, but moments and feelings. It teaches us to be thankful for what we have and to find happiness not in stuff, but in life itself. It's not about never wanting anything, but about being grateful and happy with what we have. Finding beauty in the simple parts of life. And if this is making sense to you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Insightful Journey channel. Number 9. Cultivating compassion and empathy. Imagine a garden within each of us, a special place where compassion and empathy bloom like the most beautiful flowers you've ever seen. This garden is where kindness and understanding for others grow, where we see the world through someone else's eyes and feel what they feel. It's a garden that doesn't just make our lives richer, it spreads warmth and love to everyone around us. Picture walking in someone else's shoes for just a day. You'd see their highs and their lows, share in their joy, and understand their fears. This act of empathy, of truly connecting with another, is like building a bridge that shows us how alike we all are in our hopes, dreams, and struggles. Here's how we nurture this garden of our hearts. First, by acknowledging that everyone has their own unique story. This understanding opens our hearts, making us more willing to extend our kindness to those around us. Listening, truly listening, is like watering this garden. It's not just about hearing words, but feeling the emotions and the stories behind them. This deep listening helps our garden of understanding to flourish. Small acts of kindness, the everyday gestures we show to one another, act as the sunlight for our garden, encouraging it to bloom beautifully. A smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can mean the world to someone going through a tough time. We must reflect on how our actions affect those around us and ensure we plant flowers, not weeds, in the gardens of others' hearts. This reflection guides us to make more compassionate choices. Learning about different people and cultures adds variety and beauty to our garden, enriching our lives with the vibrant colors of diversity and the rich sense of shared humanity. Forgiveness is crucial. It removes the weeds of anger and resentment, allowing love and understanding to grow in their place. Being present with others, giving them our full attention, is like sitting in their garden, appreciating its beauty and its challenges, and simply being there for them. Celebrating others' successes and encouraging them in their endeavors shows our empathy and solidarity, watering their gardens as well as our own, sharing our true selves, our vulnerabilities, and our stories, opens the gates to our garden, inviting others in to see the real us, fostering deeper connections. Finally, embracing everyone's humanity, remembering that deep down, we all seek the same things: happiness, understanding, and love. This recognition is the soil from which our garden of compassion and empathy grows. By cultivating this garden within us, we not only transform our own lives, but touch the lives of those around us, creating a world where kindness is the language everyone speaks and understands. It's not always an easy path, but it is one filled with joy, connection, and the deep satisfaction of truly being there for each other. Let us then nurture this garden together, spreading seeds of kindness wherever we go, watering them with empathy and love, and watching as the world transforms into a more compassionate, understanding place for us all. Number 10, embracing community and connection. Embracing community and connection is like weaving a beautiful tapestry that wraps us in warmth and belonging. This tapestry isn't just about being around people. It's about feeling a deep bond with them, understanding each other, and knowing we have a place where we are valued and understood. In our lives, every conversation, every shared experience, and every moment of support adds a thread to this tapestry, enriching its colors and strengthening its weave. It's in these connections that we find the essence of what it means to be human, to share, to love, and to belong. Building this tapestry of community involves genuinely listening to those around us, sharing our own stories, and opening our hearts to the experiences of others. It's about recognizing that everyone has their own struggles and joys, and that by sharing these, we deepen our connections and make our community stronger and more vibrant. Offering help and support to others, celebrating successes together, and simply being there for one another in times of need are the ways we add beautiful patterns to our tapestry. These acts of kindness and solidarity show that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves, a community that cares and looks out for each other. Creating spaces for connection, whether it's through regular gatherings, shared activities, or just a group chat, keeps the threads of our tapestry intertwined. It's in these spaces that we laugh together, learn from each other, and grow together, making our tapestry richer and more colorful. Being open and vulnerable with each other is how we add the most precious threads to our tapestry. It's through showing our true selves with all our imperfections and strengths that we create the deepest connections. This vulnerability is the foundation of trust and understanding in our community. But this tapestry of connection isn't just about the close and intimate bonds we share. It's also about the wider circles of our lives, the acquaintances, the colleagues, and even the strangers we interact with. Every act of kindness, every moment of understanding, and every gesture of respect adds to the beauty of our community tapestry. Cultivating this sense of community and connection is vital, especially in times when we feel isolated or disconnected. It reminds us that we are not alone, that we have a network of threads linking us to others, offering support, love, and a sense of belonging. This beautiful tapestry of community and connection we weave together doesn't just benefit us individually. It strengthens the very fabric of society, creating a more compassionate, understanding, and connected world. It's a reminder that together we can face challenges with resilience, celebrate life's joys with exuberance, and navigate the complexities of human experience with empathy, and love. So let us continue to weave this tapestry with care, adding threads of connection, patterns of shared experiences, and colors of our diverse stories. For in this tapestry lies the true beauty of our shared humanity, a mosaic of lives interwoven with threads of compassion, understanding, and an unbreakable bond of community and connection. Conclusion. As we wrap up our time together, let's reflect on all the valuable insights we've discussed. From finding joy in simplicity to cultivating compassion and empathy, we've explored various ways to navigate life's challenges and embrace its beauty. Think of these ideas as tools in a box, ready to be utilized to make our lives and the world around us a bit better each day. It's normal to have tough days or moments when things feel overwhelming, but we always have the power to choose kindness, hope, and love. The stories and lessons we've shared are like seeds waiting to be planted. Now it's our turn to nurture them and watch them bloom into something wonderful. Every act of kindness, every understanding gesture, and every choice to see the good in life makes a significant difference. So let's keep moving forward, learning, and shining our light on everyone and everything around us. Together we can make the world a friendlier, happier place, with every small act of kindness and every smile we share. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Let's continue spreading the good vibes and warmth we've discussed everywhere we go. Here's to us, our journey together, and the wonderful world we're creating, one step, one smile, and one act of kindness at a time. And if all of this resonates with you, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Insightful Journey channel.